Welcome to the Pandemonium Fortress. Diablo 2, playing as Alira, the Amazon. This last time, gained 2 levels. I have preemptively placed those points into strength. I feel for hardcore that I'm overemphasizing this instead of vitality or dexterity, but I want to experiment with something, and hardcore is totally the best avenue to decide to experiment with things. I haven't spent the skill points, however. I wanted to show off the fact that I have gained 2 levels. Those 2 skill points will be placed into Guard Strike, increasing the cost of that even more. But the damage. Right, so how has equipment changed? Well, I found the Berserker's headgear. You may of course recall that I sold the chest piece for that. The Pauberk or whatever that provides +1 to Barbarian skill levels. Well, I have that. It gives some nice fire resist, so I'm wearing it. We still got Stealth. We have Doom Collar here, which provides +1 to Necromancer curses, which I don't have. It has some Mana Leech, Dex, Max Stamina, +9 to all resists. That's the real reason why I'm wearing that. That's good. We've got Skull Whirl here. Provides some lightning resist. So I have this Bone Shield deflecting, Race Stalker, light plated boots, half freeze duration, which is nice, and poison length reduced. Raven Cord here, which is providing some cold resist, some life, some strength. The Beast Circle, which has strength and dexterity, fire and poison resist. Cruel Grip, which has increased attack speed, along with fire resist, and a 17% better chance of getting magic items. Maiden Javelins here are the primary, though while doing Mephisto and Council runs, I was fiddling between these and Deathbite here. And, I don't know, like, obviously Deathbite provides more physical damage, but Doompale is providing, like, more to my Javelin and Spear skill levels, which means I'm doing more lightning damage. But you can encounter monsters that have lightning resist, so it ends up not being as effective, which I think was causing some of the damage disparities, and not because I was losing my circlet. Also, Fazel had a trident, which reduced enemy defenses, but those don't affect, like, lightning damage either. He no longer has that. He has Plague Rack now. We've lost out on the subtracting of defenses and the slowing enemies down. I just wanted him to deal damage. I don't expect his life expectancy to be that great, even with this sturdy splint mail that provides +19 to life. Like, even with it, like his resistor here, I'm expecting him to be butchered, if by no other person than Diablo himself. And we have Havoc Visor still. Now, why I'm interested in getting so much strength is because I've got this Havoc Scourge here, this Maiden Pike. I had thought to do just, like, one-handed spears and shields, and I think that's the safer way to go, but I'm kind of curious to give this a spin. It has a slow attack speed. I don't know how well it's going to go, but why not, right? So I'll invest the points in the strength, chasing that. I don't think it's a wise choice, but it's the choice that I'm making. Alright. Stash, I've cleaned that up some. These chippies are liable to go at really any moment. I like to keep them around, of course, not just to upgrade, but also for, like, a few recipes that involve, like, chippies or floods, but, like, I'm running out of real estate here. I also found a beautiful jewel that provides +20% to enhanced damage and +11 to max damage. I would not mind getting a socketed thing. Probably a helmet. Or a shield. Although, if I want to use my two-hander, that'd be awkward. Or hell, I might do the Act 5 quest that gives me a free socket to place in a thing, and place that in this rare. Get +20% enhanced damage and +11 to maximum damage. It seems pretty fun to me. We're still holding on to Sanders Taboo, and we'll be holding on to that for another 2 levels, but I'll definitely be wearing those. I'll drop the fire resist, but that's extra attack speed, and +40 to life, which will be really valuable. Okie dokie? Okie dokie. That's some minor charms there. That's what we're holding on to. One final thing before I get started. I wanted to share a YouTube comment from someone. that was left. YouTube audience, as of right now, is finishing up Act 2. You guys have not been able to comment on my Act 3 escapades or how amazingly generous that act was. But I got a comment here from Nikki, which I can't reply to. I still do have a few viewers who have it set in their options and settings that they can't be replied to by anyone, including the uploader, which is aggravating. It's not a feature I enjoy them adding with the Google Plus integration several years ago. Nice one as always, Grim. If you want to continue this on hardcore without deaths, you can make a backup of your save, so it won't get deleted if you die. Well, let's have a talk. Once a hardcore character dies, it cannot be played again. What are the gameplay changes between a hardcore and a softcore character? Nothing. Except that when you die as a hardcore character, you're permanently dead. Loot drops, enemy, encounters, their modifications, everything is the exact same. If you're on the realms, you can only play with hardcore or softcore characters, depending on what type you are. You can't have any other interaction with the other type, except in, the chat rooms. Can't join into games involving the other type. They're completely segregated. There's no accolade or trumpet or, band of minstrels that arrives to herald you upon an age of glory as you ride like the palanquin across the entire city of dreams and stardust. Unless you create all of that. You get different titles. Hardcore and softcore characters get different titles upon difficulty completions. That's the only change, and it's not gameplay related. It's just a title. There's literally no other thing, and so when someone who almost never likes to do, one-death things, chooses to enter into that, it is for keepsies, as a matter of fact. And anyone who would choose that in this game, if you want to, renege out of that, it really sounds like you have a hard time living with the consequences of your own actions. That's just how it comes across to me. I'm okay with folks choosing how to play their games, but in this particular circumstance, if anyone did that, it really seemed like you have a hard time living with your consequences. I'm shaking my head profusely. Just wanted to convey that point. Let's move on.
What do you need?
It's going to be hard for us to find normal, non-magical gear in stores now. Just due to the very nature of how these damn stores work. Which is aggravating. This lizard's gothic shield deflecting almost deflects as well as my bone shield. While having double the defense, it would provide +5 to mana, but of course I can't equip it yet. I would like to buy non-magical gear for things, but what can you do?
What do you need?
I want to keep an eye out for, non-magical gear that has sockets in it, so that I can slap in some rune words, you know? Also, trying to save up enough money, and maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, because maybe I'll decide not to care, to buy a sorcerer's staff of something. Obviously, these aren't sorcerer's staffs over here. You know, teleport would be fairly handy. Anyway, after nearly 9 minutes of rambling, let's actually play some fucking Diablo 2. I've, hotkeyed the Power Strike and Charge Strike keys, different keys. I figure that, if there's not huge groups, that, my Power Strike is still gonna be better for me to use than Charge Strike will be. Also, the sound is coming across as fairly loud for me. I need to turn down my own headset. Let's pick up that Rejuve. We'll drink a potion and move on. With 53 fire resist, 47 lightning resist, I'm feeling fairly confident coming into Act 4 normal here. I will have some problems come Diablo, just due to his lightning flamethrower that he has, which is horrific. But we'll see if we can find anything else to improve our resists. Also, I'm not having many mana troubles, which is nice. Thanks to my mana steal, which is sharply reducing the amount of potions I have to drink. Also, that guy not wanting to be freed for whatever reason. He's clinging on to his tortured state. We want to go into the Plains of Despair and search for Isuel. He is a super unique. He won't be alone. Ah, these Venom Lords, who have an Inferno that works really better than any Inferno I've ever gotten to work. We don't take too much damage from it, thankfully, thanks to our high fire resist. I would have had more concerns coming in here, if that were not true. And we kill fast. I'll want to remember that's there for later. I need to find Isuel. Ugh. Actual diamond. Nice. How many sockets does that have? 2. Think of that. Excuse me. Sorry. You can hear that dodging in action there. I switched to the charge bolts because I'd like to be able to ping those guys, even with the lightning resist I know they have. I don't remember how much they have. I'd have to look it up. Well, they flee from me. Also, an assault helm. What's that packing? 1 socket. Not that I could wear it anyway, but it could have been a valuable thing for me to sell. Whoa. Took a bit for him to die, but then he dropped another diamond. Gazelle's not doing a bad job of staying alive, but, I'm doing such a... Wow, 4 scrolls of Identify. I'm doing such a great job of killing. I don't even know why I'm bothering to look at how many scrolls I've got. I can easily buy more. Not as if that's a price-inhibiting thing at all for me. Also, I had a healing potion in my mana potion slot. Interesting. Let's see. Switch back to my power strike. Drop those arrows because I decided to pick them up. 3 sockets, huh? But 6 to 21 damage isn't much of anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Volge is what I had Malice in. Those were some unfortunate misses. Again, we're still here looking for Isuel. Isuel. Whatever all. We've only used a few potions. Overall. Well, we're only down a few potions. We found plenty as we've gone. Still looking for our buddy here. Only a short spear. I could have been worth something more. Instead of being a disappointment. How many sockets does that have? 1. Alright. My dude leveled up. Let's check these central areas. Our quarry could be hiding here. Or these draining mana burning souls could be as well. It is nice to have some mana leech. Though, and I've been getting asked for advice and opinions about folks who are coming back to Diablo 2 because I've been playing this. Something to keep in mind as you progress to later difficulties is that the quality of your leech drops. Oh, we found him. For the demon that holds his soul. At a nightmare difficulty, the effects of your leech drop to half. And on hell difficulty, it drops to 1/3. So if you've been relying on leech for your build, you're going to need more of it. Or you're going to need to change something. Okay. Let's, considering he's a big target, I think Charge Strike will work for him. I'm wrong. I have my half-freeze duration that's helping, and Ishbal's having a hard time hitting. I'll err on the side of caution, though, and drink potions as we go. Yeah, he's having a real hard time hitting. I like that. Not a problem at all. That's him done. Nice.
Tyrion was a fool to have trusted me. You see, it was I who told Diablo and his brothers about the Soul Stones and how to corrupt them. It was I who helped the Prime Evils mastermind their own exile to your world.
Yeah. We see Tyriel for our reward. We got a Ral rune for our troubles, because that's what I needed. More damn runes.
I can't carry anymore.
Heavy crossbow. That takes up 8 slots, doesn't it? Then I don't care.
Thank you, hero, for putting Israel's tortured spirit to rest. May the light protect you.
Yeah, whatever, you damn chump. No one cares.
Good day.
Good day indeed to you, Deckard Cain. My dude Cain, we have a shit ton of diamonds. Gonna make a flawless diamond out of those. Stick a Ral rune in here. We got 3 Ral runes. Let's roll. I want any more Ral runes? Well, I'll get 1 in Act 5, along with a Talon and Ort. That's your demo to rune words to make Ancient's Pledge. Here, have some runes. This Snarl Staff also sucks. Really bad. That Ring of Might for +5 strength. We needed the strength. And 2 skill points. Do I know what I want to spend them on? I'm gonna wait until level 30, I guess. 1 point's gonna go into Pierce. 1 point's gonna go into Lightning Fury, and I can place another into Charge Strike. Lightning Fury is where it's really gonna be at for this build. Oh, it'll be delicious.
Hail to you, champion.
What's up? Take my junk. You have anything great to offer me? I didn't think so. When we get to Strength 60, we'll be able to use some different things. Keep a lookout for items.
Greetings.
But again, not going to be able to get non-magical items from these folks. I'd have to go back to earlier vendors. What do you have staff-wise? Ice Bolt charges, huh? Blizzard charges, Firestorm charges. I can't even use that. It's Blizzard. I'd have to wait until level 30. Oh well. Let's buy those, and my mana pool is small. Is small. Yeah, we'll just rely on whatever healing potions that we come across. Might be quicker just running out of here, but we'll take the Plains of Despair portal.
Goodbye, Iswal.
Goodbye, Iswal. That's how you pronounce his name, Iswal. Whoops. Horned helmet, you say. 2 sockets, but it's barbarian only, so... City of the Damned. We need to find the River of Flame. I don't recall whether it's another pathway that we have to find here. We have to go to another area before we can get access to the River of Flame. Or whether it's here in the City of Damned. It's like in the center. What do you have there on that scythe? 2 sockets, huh? Those bats pack a punch. And my lightning resist is 47%. Which is not the most splenderoony. Waypoint, I'll be damned. Found the River of Flame. Alright, now we're looking for the Hellforge. We'll have to fight the Master of the Hellforge. We'll start encountering these Abyss Knights that will be lobbing various elements at us. They can also start lobbing curses at us, too. Amplify damage is the most common one, but I could certainly be hit with something like an Iron Maiden. Boy, Iron Maiden would be bad news. The Zell is not doing too well.
Thanks.
That's not a surprise. Crystal sword, huh? I won't bother keeping it. The Zell, we'll just let it go, because we love it. And if you really love something... Was this a pathway up here? Nah. Okay. Nothing of interest. Enemies here aren't too bad. These stranglers can be aggravating, but thankfully we're not having much trouble with them. Ugh. That's the kind of crap you don't want to have happen, though. Another flawed diamond. Plenty of diamonds down here. Ew. Take care of that crud. And proceed. Yeah, I'm most nervous about these magic-slinging Abyss Knights down here. And the approach to Diablo. They're certainly going to be around him, too. And what we might see out of them. Why did I bother picking up a breastplate? Certainly found plenty of socketed breastplates. That's no trouble at all. Alright, we've actually found them. We need to treat this with some measure of care. Slowly lure enemies out. Keep in mind if the Zell's held here. He's got an aura on him. I don't recall what aura that is. Something about this huge gulf in time I've spent playing this game is that Don't remember how all the auras and curses look by appearance. That could be a potentially fatal lapse of memory. Looks like that's something that only affects him. Like maybe like a fanaticism or concentration. I don't think that's fanaticism. Or maybe that was like a resist lightning. I mean, that looked like a lightning effect. Could have been a resist lightning, yeah. That's a lot of dudes. We need to treat that with some care. Send out some charged bolts to greet our friends. A large charm. Gonna be one of disappointment, plus 7 to life. When every life point makes a difference, you drive a hard bargain game. Perfect skull from that. Only Ort runes as high as it went, though. That's Mephisto's Soulstone destroyed, though. Perfect skull. It's not too bad. Perfect skulls have some nice regeneration and replenishing. Or, of course, if you place them in a weapon, it provides mana and life leech. Of course, using this style of weapon, I can't place any sockets in it. Let's go ahead and take that portal back to town. Or town, said loosely. I completely forgot about the maiden pike I left here. Good thing I didn't need to quit out of the game for whatever crazy, bizarre reason. That would have been unfortunate. Alright, let's start getting rid of chippies. We're going to sell these things. Topaz can go in and replace this amethyst. For that. We'll keep one flavor of chippy. Of each. We're selling these, though. I did to sell the floods, too, but we're still finding floods. If I want more chip gems, I can...
What do you need?
I can go get them. Go ahead and sell those. You have anything of interest to me? I don't know what I'm going to do if I actually see a teleport staff on sale, though, that I can buy. Since I'm wanting to swap weapons here. I don't know which stack of spears I'll keep. Most likely the maiden javelins, just due to the +1 to javelin and spear. That and the mana leech they provide over the war javelins. Still a bit of a distance from a level.
Do you need?
Let's take our portal back. Okay. Keep it moving. All the shatterings of these bodies. Elf Shrine, eh. That Defiance Aura is pretty nice for the extra defense it's providing. That's not nice. I don't like that collection. Thankfully we dealt with it without too much trouble. Superior Saber up there. We'll take a hard pass on that. Glaive. Alright, there's the waypoint. And our conversation with Hadriel.
Proceed, hero, into Terror's lair. Know that Diablo's innermost sanctum is hidden by 5 seals. Only by opening each of these seals can you clear your way to the final battle.
Thanks, StarCraft dude. Alright, this is a good time for me
Stay a
to
while and
take a break.
listen.
Coming back.
Hail to you, champion.
Gonna make the approach to Diablo. Gotta clear out his facility.
Hail to you, champion.
And then we'll have ourselves a good va with the Lord of Terror himself. Which will go incredibly well for everyone involved, I'm sure of it. Take care.